Welcome, everybody, to the latest episode of the Shady Mob podcast with your two favorite Pod Mob stars, also being joined by host of Port City Uncensored, J-Man Jack, and the man behind the scenes, the voice of the voiceless, Mr. Tuhati himself. Mr. Tuhati, say hello to the people. Did he disappear?
He's deep into that cheeseburger, bro.
I guess he disappeared. Anyway.
Following Mr. Tuhati.
Bye-bye, Mr. Tuhati. All right. So, guys, how are you guys doing today?
I'm doing great, man. I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Fine.
That's awesome. I thought you guys would go more into depth on how you guys were feeling and everything, but I love the short responses.
Yeah. It's Sunday
anyway.
in Stockton, and we just had a big event, not so good event go down yesterday, and so
I heard about that.
Yeah, and
not to drop your address, Nelson, but that did happen close to where you're residing.
That
How do you feel
happened
about that?
literally 2 to 3 blocks away from my house, in front of the Domino's Pizza that I basically buy my pizza from. When I drove home yesterday after doing Sonic Wave, shout out to the new show, the entire road was blocked off. The entire road was blocked off. All you saw was like red and blue, a sea of red and blue lights when I was pulling into into the turn that I had to take to get to my house. And it's just sad, man. It's just sad. It kind of makes me kind of be a little bit more on edge, especially because it was so close to my house. It's not the first. I hate to say it. It's not the first time something. It's the first time something this major has happened this close to my home, but it's not the first time some crime has occurred like near my house. And it kind of sucks because I take pride in the neighborhood I live in, because I chose this neighborhood because it looks like a good community, looks fairly quiet. Looks like there not a lot of stuff happens. But last year, my neighbor, my front door neighbor, he got robbed at gunpoint, literally pulling into his garage. And it was it's just those type of things, man. Like that happening, and then the mass shooting that happened where 3 children died, and 20 people got injured. Come on now, 3 children. It's not even. You're not even hitting like the guy you're supposed to be hitting. It puts
not that they should. Not that they should hit the guy. I'm just saying it's like, bro, 3 kids, bro. Come on, that's three young lives.
It was a birthday party. That's the most fucked up part about it. Because I've been looking up on it, and just picture this, right? So, how much of a bitch do you have to be to do a drive-by on a birthday party? Because if I remember correct, the details are they shot inside the window. Like they didn't go in. It was like they shot, the bullets pretty much came from outside, which means they probably got a car, drove by, and fucking shot through the windows, and that's pretty much what happened. And speaking of which, this was targeted against a rapper named MP Mel. I believe he got shot in the leg, but he survived. However, yes, the stats show that 3 kids died. It was the youngest being 8 or 9 years old. And I think it was like, I'm not sure if it was 20, it was like maybe 10 or 15 people injured. And as of right now, they haven't caught the guy at all. The governor's already been made aware of it. The vice mayor, Jason Lee, guys, like they've all pretty much been responsive about it. But my question being is that how is this going to escalate? Because you pretty much, it was his cousin's daughter's birthday party. So I'm just saying how there's I believe in Dante's Inferno, the deepest layer of hell is for traitors, but I want to call like there's an exception for guys who pretty much fucking shot a kid, because that's like, bro, you botched it. It was botched, and now kids are dead pretty much, and innocent people are injured, and I think this is going to be the start of another war, because that's what YouTube comments say, because it's like, bro, it was a gang target attack, but the guy survived it, so what's going to happen after this? Like, what are your guys' thoughts? Like, how does it escalate? Because this is a mass shooting.
So I don't think it'll escalate to a war. So, but J-Man, you got something you want to add there?
Yeah, I just wanted to give you the update that I know, and I read the official briefing from the sheriff's department, and I believe they said they were going to do a media update at 4 o'clock. So had to see if they put out any new information. But as far as the numbers go, it was 15 total people that were shot, and 4 of them died. The 4 that died, the ages were, I believe, 8, 9, 14, and 21. So yeah, there were 3 kids, and
8, 9,
yeah.
14.
Now,
Jesus, bro.
the version that I heard was because Scotty said it was a drive-by. I heard that the shots took place actually inside the banquet hall, and one witness said that they heard a lot of shots. That it went on for about a minute. There were like 3 separate bursts of gunfire. So I mean, that can mean possibly, I don't know, the guy reloaded, a magazine every time he shot. Um, and was there only one shooter? Was it more?
I feel like something like this had to be like a coordinated attack between 2, maybe 3 people that actually executed this. I'd be surprised if it was just one person, because you at least have to have a getaway driver. I don't think somebody
Yeah,
will go in and
yeah,
just shoot up the place by himself.
yeah.
It seems
They got
planned,
they
if
got the
anything.
hell out of there. We know that for sure, and they're still on the run. So yeah, no doubt there were some wheels involved. But now I was watching something today, and because shortly after that, after it went down on Thornton Road, there was an incident out in Lewis Park, and there was a whole bunch of cops headed out there, and they did tow away one van that had bullet holes in it, and apparently they detained, I think, 2 or 3 people there. But however, in that neighborhood, there are there's I believe 2 Asian and one black gang, and they all kind of work together, and so they're kind of part of that milieu, the guys that are doing the rapping, and so it sounds to me like basically, they're shit talking to each other in their songs or whatever, back and forth, and some shit escalated and took to the streets. But when I saw the first, somebody had sent me the screenshot from Instagram, from this Instagram site, West Coast Gang Wars, and yeah, and they just yeah, it said I've gotten multiple confirms that MBL from Musty Broads and Flyboy Doogie got spanked at a party. Allegedly, it was a party of gaynose from Musty Broad's daughter. About 20 people hit, around 4 of them clocked out. Quote from the
Sounds
Instagram.
like a couple of distinguished. Sounds like a couple of distinguished gentlemen's got taken care of.
Yeah.
Don't those guys have anything else to do? Like, can you just go to your job, bro? Do something, improve the community, take your kids out, go to a movie, bruh. What is this? You're killing kids over your gang related violence. Come on, man. How do you live? How do you live like that?
Well,
Just
realistically,
doesn't make
now,
any
like with
sense.
this incident and all of this shit happening within the last couple of years, I kind of want to move out of Stockton now. Like, more now than ever, if anything. Because
You should.
this one happened way too close from home. And what's to say shit couldn't have hit the fan and things couldn't have come this way, right?
Well, who's to say that there's not going to be retaliation coming? You know, there's two sides to every story, and I would imagine one side of the conflict ain't too happy right now. So and I'm sure the cops are thinking about this too, while they're out there trying to find this motherfucker or motherfuckers, whoever pulled this off last night. So
They
yeah,
got the FBI and ATF. I just read it right now. Yeah,
they
ATF and
yeah,
FBI.
they got everybody. They got the DOJ, and they got to be everybody involved. But at the at the end of the day, this motherfucker is still on the loose, and so who knows? They could be hundreds of miles from here by now, or they might still be in town.
I feel like this needs to lead to a bigger discussion about the culture of it, because I like to think logically, pragmatically, because I'm a kind of like a guy who calculates things, right? So when you think about it, why did this happen? Was this necessary? What are you really shooting each other over? Is this like in the Middle East where you're fighting over fucking like ancient blood feuds and shit? Because it seems like we're in America. You live in an American fucking city in the neighborhood, right? So it's like you're fighting over a couple of blocks. Like what you don't own the fucking city, you don't own the blocks, bro. You pretty much I just like when you think about it, it's unnecessary, right, guys?
Yeah.
Why? Where's the beef? Why are you fighting? You're not fighting for anything.
Allegedly, those
It's
gangs
always
in
been turf wars. If I'm not mistaken, it's always been turf wars. If I'm right,
Yeah,
these guys, the turf wars go back to fucking years of when this shit first started. It's the OGs that get out of it and hand it down to the new bloods, and the new bloods that take it to new extremes because they're trying to make names for themselves.
What gives them the right to end the lives of children who haven't even begun their fucking life?
At that point, it's just, I mean, what you're asking, why they care about blocks and stuff. It's really just just business, dude. It's like the black market business. It's the same thing that's going on in retail spaces. I'm not trying to compare retail markets to black markets, and especially gang violence. That's not what I'm doing. I'm just saying it as an example. Let's say a company buys this plot of land because their competitor is next door. And what their competitor is going to do is oh, I feel endangered by this. This is a power play to get our customers there. Let's advertise and have someone spread flyers at the other company, because they just moved there, right? Or get deals, So it's kind of the same thing. It's oh, they're selling their products. They're getting customers on our land. No, those are our customers. It's all about money. It's all about money and land.
Oh, really?
Is that related, or is that just something completely different?
Well, let me read it. Let me read this article to you guys.
Oh yeah,
Because there's more than one criminal in Stockton, unfortunately.
No, hold on. Let me read this article to you guys. So, 5 arrested for weapon gang charges in Stockton hours after deadly mass shooting. Stockton, California. 5 people were arrested, including a juvenile, hours after a deadly mass shooting at a child's birthday party in Stockton on Saturday night, according to the police department. Officials said the 5 were arrested just after 10:20 p.m. in the 2800 block of Pixie Drive.
All right, that's out in Lewis Park.
The arrests came after a report of several armed subjects in the area. Stockton police said Isaac Grosvenor, 27, Destiny Willis, 32, Kevin Lee, 22, Javon Frank, 19, and a 16-year-old boy were arrested for conspiracy, weapons, and gang-related charges. It's not clear the arrests... It's not clear if the arrests were connected with the mass shootings, which took place just before 6 p.m. around 7 miles from where the arrests were made. 4 people, including 3 children.
That was Pixie Woods, Lewis Park, and that was the incident that happened about 2 hours after the Thornton Road shooting. And there was a ton of police cars headed out there, and they did detain some people. Like I said, I understand one van with bullet holes got towed away. So So they okay. So they rounded up, and believe me, they could go out there and easily round up a half a dozen gangbangers and with weapons. That would be a no-brainer. However, obviously none of them were charged with anything related to Thornton Road. So
It's unrelated. It's not the same. Yep, separate, but it's still proof that
right,
Stockton's not safe, bro. It's not a safe crime.
but yeah, okay, and those gangs in that area allegedly are feuding with other gangs in South Stockton, further south. So again, who was ever having his birthday party over on Thornton Road, there's a connection, but I mean, what's that one say? Okay. Right. There's also a $25,000 bounty up now.
Ooh, bounty.
Yeah, 10,000 came from. Yeah, I was gonna say 10,000 is from Crime Stoppers, Stockton Crime Stoppers. Mayor Fugazi kicked in 10,000, and then a couple of other people kicked in, the rest. And so, yeah, I believe it's up to 25,000 now reward. Well, that's very possible too. So,
Hey, wait, I have an idea. Why can't that be a program in of itself that you have like citizen bounty programs where it's like, hey, I know you saw this crime happen across the street. Here's some money, but it's like I guess more refined, I suppose. It's like you got if that crime we were talking about, if that's unrelated, then it only proves my point further that there's always crime happening in Stockton. So that this, like for example, they pulled over pretty much a car with a bunch of people who had guns in it. What if they could have prevented like another shootout from happening? But it's like, what are we doing to prevent this from happening again, though? Right? Like it's a talk, right? Is that you got SWAT teams on the ready? You got all these helicopters. You got all these agencies coming in, right? But how do we stop this from happening? The root of the problem, right? So what's going to solve this, right? The culture. Why is it okay that it's glorified that hey it's I don't know, I'll put it like this. I'm not a big fan of rap music, to be honest. I'm more of like a rock and roll guy. Like some rap's good, but I have no desire for like the shit that talks about like whatever the fuck gangster rap, for example. If we're talking about shooting up a kid's fucking birthday party and that's the part of your lyrics, then I don't think I want to be listening to that type of music. But my same point is that let's be honest here. The people who did this, what do you think they're influenced by? All right, what's the psychology behind it?
Let me tell you a little
Kids are
story.
influenced by video
on that
games.
note, okay. I spent 7 years, as a road dog for the coroner. Okay, I removed bodies from places, and there was a number of times, we'd head into ghetto areas and shitty apartments, and I'd go in and you look at the walls, what people have got, on their walls and stuff. Now, I don't know about you, but when I was growing up, I had posters on my wall. I had Jimi Hendrix, I had the Rolling Stones, I had Led Zeppelin. I was a guitar player, and that's what I was into. Okay, and a lot of other people had those same posters on their wall. Now, when I would go on these calls for the coroner, and we'd go into these places nowadays, and I look at what's on the walls, and I see a poster, and here's some rapper dude, and he's got a handful of cash in one hand, a gold-plated pistol in the other. He's got the big gold chain with the manhole cover hanging off of it, and behind him is a hot tub full of hot broads. Okay. That's the posters that are hanging on the wall now. So what kind of message do you think is being sent to the kids that have that shit on their walls?
Murder, money, and bitches, and that's pretty much it. And if that's all the young men think about, then they're not going to value anyone other. No, they're not going to. That's just it. They're not value anyone else's life.
Their street cred.
Yeah, street cred over an 8-year-old life.
Hold on. Well, that's the thing. Like, a lot of these kids, because they don't want to go to school, they don't want to be educated, they want fast and easy money. They view this type of lifestyle as a fast track to success. They in their mind, because I know how ignorant some of these kids are, they think by doing what they're doing, they'll be able to produce music, because sometimes these guys want to be rappers, right? For example, what just happened in Stockton is literally rapper beef.
Yeah.
And if you make it, if you do these things, you're going to be able to fund your rapping career. You're going to be able to promote yourself, do whatever it is that you need to do. Maybe you got to do it because somebody who's going to be backing you needs you to do this for them or some shit like that. That's why a lot of these kids do it. They're trying to do it for easy and quick money, fame and success. And sometimes it's a very risky business because it doesn't always turn out like it's supposed to turn out.
Exactly. Nelson, do you know King Von the rapper?
No.
Okay, so King Von is I'll put it like this. He was a serial killer who happened to do rapping, right? So he's dead, by the way. So he got by another fucking shooter, right? So my point being is that how to put this right. So if I have an entire generation of 18-year-olds from the birth until the day they're 18, they can buy a gun or probably get their hands on a gun before then, and all they listen to and all they're showed is that, hey, all that matters is that, hey, you want that hot chick? Well, you have to have all this money. You got to kill that guy. You got to do all these drugs. It's pretty much showing the most fucking darkest. It's pretty much like a death cult. You're idolizing all death, murder, and drugs and all the worst aspects, and you wonder why the youth kills each other so much. Just think about that shit for a second. If I was the CIA and I wanted a bunch of minorities to kill each other, I'd make a fucking brand or label that promotes the very music that gets them to do all that. Am I onto something here? It's like the fucking CIA government dropping crack cocaine to the black communities in the 80s. The analogy is that what if there's a deeper aspect lying here is that if your music doesn't promote you forging a better life through productive means, and instead it promotes murder and death and pretty much all the negative aspects of a rapper's lifestyle, then is it any wonder we have a high death rate for the youth of Stockton? I'm not talking about adults here. Who's killing each other? Look at the statistics. It's always some young dumb motherfucker with a gun. Why is that, gentlemen? I think we all know why. Is because that's all they have to listen to, and there's no fathers in the home. So that's my deeper aspect, is that if you don't got a man telling you, hey, what the fuck is all this shit in my room? You're not under my house. You're not going to be listening to this music. You're not going to be hanging out with those people. Oh, no, not that. It's about who's going to keep you accountable when you don't have anyone else. You need to be held accountable, though, right? And who's going to teach you that, though? See, that's the point. That's the fucked up aspect of it. but I can warn them of their path. No, but those losers will eventually try and kill you and take your shit because it's the case of have-beens and have-nots. It's like Jack was saying, who's gonna come through my fucking window try and steal all my shit and all my hard work? It's somebody who doesn't want to work for anything. They'll just go grab a cheap gun and go rob somebody who does, right? Though that's the losers I'm talking about. I'm talking about a parasite that you say, oh yeah, I can't take you to the water. I can show you how to help yourself, but if you don't want to do it, that's on you. But the thing is that some people choose to simply remain neutral. But what do you do about those that decide, you know what, I'm going to be a burnout, I'm going to be a loser, and I'm just going to go and be a fucking criminal? Like this shit right here, for example. What street cred is worth shooting up a kid's birthday party just to get back at your rival?
But that's the thing, Scotty. I've talked. That's the sad part. I have talked to some of these human beings that do not give a fuck if you're a child, if you're a man, woman, whatever you are. They will fucking take you out if they have to take you out. And so that's the scary thing. There's no solution to it. You just have to learn how to...
There's a solution. It's called a 9mm.
But you can't answer every... You can't answer... No, but you can't answer every solution with like another gun, Scotty. You just have to not put yourself in those positions, in those scenarios, to the best of your ability. And you have to avoid
that scenario and situation is your entire city?
But I mean, then get out of your city when you can and try to avoid it as best as you can. And if you ever do get into that situation, man, God bless you. Pray for a better outcome and run.
Oh yeah,
just run. Because you might not have a gun. Man. Because more often than not, you might not have a weapon on you, and you might just have to react and leave. You can be, you can be in Walnut Creek, Cupertino. You can be in the nicest Beverly Hills. You can be at any nice neighborhood, and the same thing can happen there.
Always stay strapped. Yeah. Hey, that reminds me of someone. Miyamoto Musashi, the samurai. You know what? He never left his fucking katana, his samurai. He always took it with him. That motherfucker was on the shitter, and he brought that sword with him. He never ever let it go. You want to know this? Because I read his book. You never get caught with your pants down. And if he got caught with his pants down, well, his sword wasn't caught. You know what I mean? So it's like, be prepared for this type of shit, though. But I guess my question I'm asking you guys is that for people younger than me, right? So you're a young guy in Stockton, you're still in high school. How do you survive or feel safe in a city like this, right? How?
You gotta go home and not be around the people
and stay home because you have nowhere else to go.
I mean, that's the only way. If you're telling me my only
no, I don't think you need to restrain yourself, but you just gotta pick the.
No, I'm that for his question, because if you're telling me I'm a young guy in high school and I can't go anywhere else, the only thing that I can do is probably just stay home and away from those folks. Yep. Yeah, school. I'm sure that there's a mixture of kids and cultures and different ideas and dangers even. So that's something I can't avoid because, public school, or if you want to go homeschool or charter school, whatever the fuck you guys got, that's just the thing. You can't really avoid it because it's your decision to make those choices in life. It's like, oh, do I want to be a part of that? Do I want to avoid it? It's really your decision. So those people that Nelson was talking about, how they're like, oh, I don't give a fuck if they're kids, women, men, old men, whatever. Like that's them. That's them. And you can't change that. The only thing that you can change is what he did. And Nelson avoided them. And look at him now. Model citizen. Unlike the fellas that you talked to.
Hold on. Pause. I wouldn't say I'm a model citizen.
Look at his studio.
Pause.
Bro, let me tell you this. You're not murking kids, okay? You're a model citizen.
Yeah. Not just... Scotty, you're more of a model citizen than I am. I'll give you that much.
I'm a work in progress.
There you go.
He's being a modest citizen, if anything.
I'm not... No, but back to my point. Like, look, I remember when I was 17 years old and I went to Peru by myself for the very first time. When I went there, I stayed in a family's house that I didn't even fucking know because I was
Guys,
trying.
if you also want to hear the same conversation, listen to Sonic Waves from last night.
This is a different story. So
okay.
This is a completely different story. So I stayed at it because my goal at that time. This is when I was dating Malaya. My goal at that time was to try to become a soccer player. And I had it, like, I met this, my mom knew this guy out there that could train me or whatever. Dude was just trying to get at my mom because the dude didn't fucking train me for shit. Dude didn't do what he was supposed to do. I was staying at his house for like 2 or 3 weeks. I fucking hated it. But in those 2 or 3 weeks that I was there, I got close with his nephew. And his nephew, who was a really good soccer player, playing in all these different boroughs, was friends with people that were involved in the cartel in Peru that did all the cocaine distribution and shit. So the soccer culture out in Peru, it's funded by drugs and narcotics and basically the cartel, the dirty business. One of the guys came over to his house and we sat down one day and I smoked a little bit of weed and got drunk off wine with these guys. And the dude was already plotting, like, okay, if somebody ever does this to me, this is what I'm going to do to them. I don't give a fuck. I'll shoot him, this, that. I'm over here 17 years old, just astonished, just listening to his stories, kind of just like going with whatever he's saying, just trying not to piss this guy off. He tells me, and this is the type of monster he is. This is in Peru. He's with this lady. He supports her family or whatever. He's trying to get with the 14, 15, I don't know how old she was, but she was a minor. He was trying to pay her to be with him and the mom and everything. And you think I was going to report that to anybody or do anything to try to prevent that?
Well, we know how that would end. You'd end up in a fucking box.
Exactly. And at that point, that's when I knew I needed to get my ass out of there.
Nope the fuck out. Leave the server. Goodbye. No thank you. See, that's some Epstein shit. So that's actually dark reality, is that how many people are faced with shit like this, but they can't really be the hero and save the day because sometimes you can't be the hero.
Life isn't like a comic book or a movie. Life sometimes is very dark and you just got to do the best to avoid those situations. Just like yesterday, it happened like 2 or 3 blocks away from my house, Scotty. Like, you've been to my house. You know exactly where that shit happened.
That was danger close.
Dude, it could have been my family. It could have been my wife. Things could have been worse. We got lucky. But the more I think about it and the longer I've stayed here, a lot more of these incidents have happened. And I'm kind of just like, dude.
What will happen?
Oh, so did I not tell you the story about my neighbor who got robbed at gunpoint in front of my house? And I live in a fairly calm neighborhood. I don't live in downtown Stockton where like there's beat up like you see like there's no HOA.
Broken abandoned buildings.
Exactly.
Everywhere.
I got neighbors, maintained front yards. Like, it's a nice neighborhood. But
yeah, nice walk.
What happened?
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah, but shit like this still happens. I remember a few years ago, I was pulling into my driveway, and one of my neighbors hits my car. This dude comes out of his car, almost assaults me, tries to blame me for fucking up, for him crashing into my car. And then basically, if it wasn't for me having a video camera and pointing out like it was his fault, shit could have happened to me. Because he was trying to fight me or he was trying to do something to me. And I'm not going to fight a guy that's all tatted up, clearly looks like he might be strapped up and has like his girlfriend in the car trying to do something. I'm pulling into my own house. Like, come on now.
That's why you always have a fucking backup buddy who is armed to the teeth. So if there's one thing I've learned in Stockton, it's that anybody and everybody can kill you and will try to kill you. For a friendship, like we're talking now, having people give a shit about you and are actually trying to fuck you over, that is rarer than gold. Getting gold, you have a better chance, but people who give a shit about you is rare in Stockton because it's cutthroat down here. People in Lodi, they live. people in Stockton, we survived. There is such a vast difference in the way of living in the world. I know this because I've lived in both cities, and I can tell you that it's fucking night and day. No, I shit you not. It is night and day. I feel I fucking walked around a neighborhood drunk off my ass one time in Lodi. It was a safer neighborhood, and nothing happened to me. I could not do that shit around where I live. My point being is that, like Nelson was saying, is that despite the area being nice, that sometimes shit can happen. It granted, I have to look at it like this: is that prepare for the an inevitable. Like that's why everyone has to get a gun. My point being is that you shouldn't have to live in fucking fear. Pulling into my driveway, me doing nothing wrong, and some idiot fucking tailgate hitting my bumper, and then trying to kick my ass. What the fuck? It's like it's completely random. That's why it's scary, because you did nothing wrong. So that's why you need to have your own tribe of guys who you got backup for, right? Because let's think about it. This is my wisdom from you guys. I'm the youngest one here, but if there's one thing I fucking know, it's like this: is that we may all pretend to be smiles, and we fucking talk fancy. We like to think that we're different from animals in the fucking jungle, but that's kind of like a fucking facade, because like Nelson just said, road rage is a real thing and people get killed for all that. So what a man can do, a man will do. So you need to be prepared for all that shit, and because the only people you can rely on is yourself. Like Nelson's a family man, right? So if I'm a family guy, I'm definitely gonna fucking stay strapped. So it's something to think about, because it can happen to you. The question is when. It's not if, it's when, right? So my question, if Fugazi is listening, the mayor, this doesn't exactly look good for our city. So my question being is, how can we further prevent this? Because it's just more stains on the reputation. If your people don't feel safe, they feel terrified. I'm not saying it's hard to solve it. Just think about it, because when people get mad, or they
that's the thing, Scotty. This has been an ongoing question, for not just for her, but for
I know, way before her. But why? Why is Lodi successful and we're a fucking disaster?
It's the way, the culture that the city is, and it's not just on on the city council or the people we appoint.
It goes way back, further.
It's on the residents themselves. And with that being said, right. J-Man, do you have anything else you want to add onto this before we close this segment off?
Yeah, well, just on that last point, that again, going back to the three buildings here, human services, the courthouse, and mental health, they're always busy.
Always full. Always full. Right?
And this represents a huge chunk of our population, and is from within this group of people that, you're going to get the guys who are going to, act out, flip out, go off with a gun, and do all this crap. They're people whose lives are intimately entwined with the legal system, the welfare state, or the mental health system, and sometimes one or more of those combined. And for me, when I can go into any old hood around here, and I'll find guys, not just like young guys that are most likely involved with the shit that happened yesterday, but I'll find you guys in their 40s and 50s and beyond who are still in the old hood, still broke, probably living with mom or on the street. And why? Because the only fucking thing that matters to them is their street cred. The same street cred that has kept them broke and has kept all their homies broke over all this time. I mean, I've seen it with my own eyes. And
stuck in high school.
So, and I'm always interested in thought processes and what goes on inside people's heads. What makes you want to, do what you did, kind of thing. And so, I'm just always amazed that, of all the, and no one's going to think, hey, you know what? This is a pretty shitty environment. I got to figure out a way to get out of here.
That's me right now. That's everybody on this podcast.
And, but you look at the lifestyles of some people, and it just ain't happening. And it's never going to happen for them. And
people got to live more like they do in Sinners, right?
Yeah, well, so here's the other thing too, that what goes on here is also going on in Oakland. It's going on in LA. It's going on in Detroit, St. Louis, New York. In other words, it's nothing that's peculiar to Stockton. Now these shootings, hey, we just had, DC, a couple of guardsmen got shot. I believe it was Friday in San Jose at the mall. 3 people got shot. A couple of guys had a beef and pulled out guns. Scotty, I think you told me about the Arden Mall. Saturday, somebody got shot.
I think that might have been the same one. I'm not sure, but it's someone got shot at a mall. But yeah, that's how fucked up it is. And the funny part said about it, it happened before.
We hear about these kind of things almost every week now. At the school shooting, or McDonald's gets shot up, or it's always some other city in some other state or whatever. Well, yesterday it came to Stockton, okay? And this was a big one, comparable to the Cleveland school shooting back in the 90s. And so, yeah, we took one for the team yesterday. It came here. Next week, might be a shoot somewhere, in some other city in another part of the country. But,
you don't feel safe, huh?
It's not like it's nothing new. And it's funny because, yesterday before this all happened, I watched one video about Oakland yesterday that was scary as hell. I mean, yeah.
Oakland is scary, man. They're doing a lot of stuff to fix up the city, but it's definitely a very scary city.
This was a recent.
I've only been there like 5 times, and I refuse to ever go back.
I'll send you a link for this video.
That, bro.
And this was just a few months back when this was made, and yeah, I mean, and Stockton, I would say, is not quite as bad as that yet, but
it's getting there.
But you can see it from here, okay? And so yeah, I was watching that, and then I was thinking about the homicide rate that I was reading something where I guess we're at 30. We were at 33, and I was thinking to myself, so okay, it's December now, the year's almost over. We might catch another 1 or 2. We probably might wind up with about 35, and then last night, so 4 more. Now we're up to 37. So, you never know.
We have an average of 50 murders in Stockton every year. I've done the math. It's on average 50.
Stockton needs gentrification. Y'all fucking need gentrification. Fucking
I'm just gonna say the fucking national guard, bro.
Ain't nobody gonna try to come to Stockton after this. Even more, if you thought we had trouble bringing businesses into Stockton after this,
they're gone, bro.
It's gone. They're all gone. They ain't coming in here. I'm fucking gone too. Fuck this.
Hey, should I change your perspective, guys? Is that it's like ain't nobody trying to fucking live here. Everyone's trying to escape.
So hold on,
get
Scotty.
Money, get the fuck out.
But Bay Area people are still coming here and buying houses. Okay,
making it harder for us to get.
The only reason why people are buying houses out here is because it is close and it is cheap. But these people, hold on. These people are only coming for a short period of time, building up their equity, selling their houses, and moving the fuck on from Stockton. And with that being said, guys, we will be right back after these messages.
Guys, have you heard? Nelson, tell the people.
Shady Mob Productions is an official affiliate of HBO Max. Click on the link in the description and sign up so you can watch hit series like Hard Knocks, Game of Thrones, and House of Dragons.
Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you can be notified when the latest content drops.
Hey guys, Smacks here. If you guys like gaming, swing over to Twitch, Smacks_TTV, live most nights. Stop by, say hi, drop a follow.
Port City Uncensored. Real talk, real people, minus the trolls. Join us Thursdays at 8 on YouTube, X, and Facebook. From the streets to City Hall, you never know who'll show up or what they'll say next. Welcome to the party, pal. Oh, and pack a lunch.
Guys, join me, Alex the Man Angelov, and check out A&A Radio, where we're going to be talking about the latest and greatest financial news, investments, banking, and personal finance. Check out the channel and don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you can be notified when the latest content drops.
If you're in the San Francisco Bay Area and want the best cut of your life, go check out Headspins Barbershop, located in South San Francisco, the official barbershop of N1 from the End Zone. Guys, if you're into sports, wrestling, or just need some positivity and motivation, check out N1 from the End Zone and click on that subscribe button so you can be notified when the latest content drops. Guys, you're watching a Shady Mob production. Make sure to follow the Shady Mob podcast where we break down all the latest content and talk about life. Please make sure to share, like, comment, and subscribe so you can be notified when the latest content drops.
Guys, you're watching the Shady Mob podcast. This is where we discuss our favorite movies, TV shows, and where we talk about life. Please like, comment, and subscribe so you can be notified when the latest content drops.
We're back, baby. Hello. So yeah, guys. So closing thoughts. We'll start off with Mr. Too Hottie, because I know he got a lot to say. Too Hottie, you got 60 seconds. Are you there?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you got 60 seconds starting now, buddy. Go.
Okay, so let's see here. So, for any of you guys listening, pretty much, if you are going to take anything from this podcast, I would say to make a fucking escape plan. Like, if you live in Stockton, this should be a wake-up call for you to, like, start planning, like, fucking your escape plan, packing your bags and shit, because it's like this, right? I don't think Stockton as a whole is gonna get any better. It's more like a shit that's kind of sinking, and it's like this is a shitty fucking tragedy, and the worst part is that there's probably just gonna be more. It's like the year's not even over. What were you screaming at? Oh my god!
He was screaming at his dog.
Dog?
that was a dog scream right there.
But further,
he had Tourette's for 2 seconds.
Stay strapped. Yeah, pretty much. Be prepared. I mean, yeah, like I don't know. It's like it's almost Christmas, and be on the good list. Don't be on the fucking naughty list. We all know who's on the naughty list. That's my 60 seconds.
Be prepared.
Be prepared and stay with an escape plan if you're in Stockton. J-Man Jack, your closing thoughts, my friend.
Yeah. Well, like I said, people no doubt are going to be talking about this all week, and so tune in Thursday, Port City Uncensored, and I know we were going to be talking about the Golden Muscle situation, and we might still get to that. So let's see how things go in the next few days. If they make any arrests, if there's any more developments, hopefully we'll have some more information to go on. But I would say stay safe out there when you are out and about. Keep your phone in your pocket and pay attention. Keep your head on a swivel. And if you find yourself at any kind of a gathering, like a birthday party at a banquet hall, maybe you might want to check out who's there, who's involved, who's running the thing, and watch who might be coming through the door. You know, I mean, just be safe, be careful, and stay aware.
Alex the Man Angelov, your thoughts, my friend.
I mean, to be honest with you, man, keep it short and sweet. Just, try to stay away from all that best you can. If it's affecting your livelihood in Stockton or anywhere else this is occurring, just please reconsider, your living situation. If you love your city enough to stay and you're, loyal to your city, just do better at, security, protection, arm yourself if that is a requirement, if it's necessary for you to do so. If you have the ability to move, consider moving from areas like this because it's just not safe. If you have families like Nelson, and who he's just starting off with his family and everything, his kids are going to be growing up soon, faster than he expects, and they're going to have to be in school. So it's just things to think about, right? So just think about your own livelihood. Don't think about, because some of these people out there who do these idiotic acts of gang violence and domestic terrorism, if anything, because they're killing kids now. I mean, like 3 kids are dead because of this, and it was at a birthday party. Imagine that, right? They're psychologically, like, they're gone, right? So, that aside, I think it's just important to acknowledge what's going on city members wise, and, just keep it safe, keep eyes the back of your head. Keep your phone safe. Keep everything. Your kids, double check on them. Download a fucking tracking app if you want. I think that's good for kids below 14 if they end up going out. And honestly, yeah, it's just sad. It's a sad thing that happens, and especially close to home for you guys. It's like it sucks, man. That's not a good thing to witness and to be around.
Nelson, what are your thoughts?
Closing thoughts for me, guys. Just remember to hug your loved ones. Remember, life is precious. It's a blessing to wake up every single day. You guys wake up winners because you guys were the ones that beat the other spermatozoid cells to make it into the egg. So you're already born a winner. Remember that. Don't just let
throw back to the time in the sack.
Exactly. Just don't let the circumstances of your life out here in the real world dictate you being a loser. If you felt like you've lost your entire life, still strive to win, because you never know, you might just hit that success. Try to stay positive. Always remember that if you're waking up, it's a blessing, and you made it to another day, because some people just don't wake up. Always just remember. Hey, facts. Always remember, desire is power. If you desire to be great, you have the power to be great. Guys, any plugs that you want to run? Scotty, you got anything?
I want to plug my favorite brand ever, Shady Mob Productions. These guys are the boys. You see that right there? Yeah, that's the shit. That's what I'm plugging. If you ever need any quality content, come to these guys. They got anything from music, podcast, to gaming, to fucking politics. Oh yeah, we got everything.
We got it all. Alec or J-Man, you got any plugs, my friend?
Just Port City every Thursday at 8.
You'll see the crew. You'll see this crew on there
Thursday.
too.
Absolutely, and we'll be stream sniping the city council meetings. We got 2 coming up in December, so
those city council meetings about to be way more interesting this upcoming month, J-Man.
Probably, no doubt.
Mr. the Man, you got any plugs?
Guys, go ahead, check out more of our channels, Shady Mob Podcast and Shady Mob Productions. We are now on, let me take a deep breath here. We are on Facebook, Twitch, Kick. I don't think we're on
X.
Rumble, actually. We're
not on Rumble yet, but
X.
we're on X.
We're on Rumble. X.
Oh.
We are on YouTube, obviously. And Port City Uncensored is on Rumble. So go ahead, check those
Rumble
out.
And
Check
X,
out A&A Radio. Check out N1 from the End Zone. Check out our new show every Saturday, 4 p.m.
No, 6 p.m. Pacific. 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern.
9 p.m. Eastern, when we talk about music and our favorite songs of the week and just music in general.
Feel the waves on Sonic Waves.
Sonic Waves.
Yes, ma'am.
So, guys, it's been great. Enjoy the rest of your guys' day and just stay safe out there. Go and check out. I think there should be a link down below to our merch. Check out more merch, like Nelson's wonderful sweatshirt right there. It is getting nippy. It's getting cold. It's getting cold, man. Hide them titties. Get that sweatshirt.
No, but guys, I really do appreciate all the love and support you guys have shown Shady Mob Productions. We're continuing to grow. We're expanding our platforms because we're following J-Man Jack and the example he's shown with all the platforms that he's on. We're just trying to match him so we can get more exposure, more of our reach out there for you guys. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you can be notified when the latest content drops. We appreciate all of y'all's. Stay tuned. Next time, we'll see you next time. Whoop, whoop.
We off the air?